Hello, I'm Elaine Griffith, and over the last 25 years, I created an acrylic painting method that allows everyone, regardless of age, disability, or experience, to create an amazing painting with ease. Because of the demand for these classes, I have begun to teach other artists my method. These new instructors are now reaching out to troubled teens, abused women, veterans, as well as the elderly and other groups in need of support. I have committed my career to working with people from all walks of life who often find themselves in less than ideal mental and physical situations beyond their control. Their painting experience with my method has been universally therapeutic and positive. It has provided them creative release, emotional support, camaraderie within their community, and a heightened sense of self-esteem and self-worth. Take a listen to some of those who have experienced my classes.
I feel the best part is that it brings an opportunity for them to express themselves at their level. Some have a way of going into extreme detail of their artwork, and others might see it more abstract, where your traditional activities are groups, usually a large group of games, music, entertainment, but to have an expressive art program, it has given them a way to feel better about themselves. That's an achievement, not just a way of doing a game or an activity with others. Many never picked up a paintbrush in their life and says, well, I can't do that. And to actually accomplish something they thought they could never ever do, I think is something that's out of the realm of a traditional recreational activity that you would find in most long-term care facilities and subacute kind of settings. I just know that mentally it does stimulate some thought process and some actual decision-making on how to, what picture you're going to start with. First of all, they get to choose which one they want to do, and then how to do it, and even maybe choosing some different colors that really are in the example that they use to create their artwork. So it gives them that some thought process and some decision making that they aren't usually able to do anymore. Some of my residents with dementia diagnoses do things that in this program that I don't think they ever would have been able to do before, because of the particular program that this has, her method of engaging them. Some of the ones that have the most difficulty with comprehending feeding themselves are producing a piece of art because of the one-on-one and the simple verbal cueing and the step-by-step method that she has in producing this artwork. That it just is amazing. Some people that with dementia, their memory deficit is so impaired on how to do some of the basic life skills. But a different part of the brain is the artistic side, and it stimulates some amazing accomplishments and self-esteem. What I think is most interesting is that because of the memory deficit, the enjoyment might be just at the moment. And they might not remember that they accomplished this, a month later if you show them their artwork. But it's the moment that we provided that enjoyment that is the most important. I always emphasize that with my staff, with any program that we do. It's not the end product, it's at the moment of what enjoyment we provided for them. In early, I believe it was 2007, the American Healthcare Association, which is home-based at Washington, D.C., held an art contest. They were looking for resident art of any kind of health facility, not just a nursing home, for their main conference room. They didn't want to use traditional art that you go and have the interior designer pick for you, or local art store, that kind of a thing. So they put it out to the nation for artwork to hang in their conference room. So we submitted 12 pieces of art, and of all the admissions, I don't even know how many people were placed into the competition, but we were chosen. So we do have 12 pieces of art. It's not the original. It is a copy of the original with a photograph of the artist and a simple bio that gives a little description of about that resident, or maybe their conversation about their piece of art that they created. And those currently, as of when I went to visit them, were hanging in their conference room in Washington, D.C. The first thing that we had was family members were wondering how, with mom only painted one painting, who decides on, what do we do with this one painting? I want it, no, I want it. So we tried to figure out a way of how could we duplicate the artwork. So we now create an annual flip-top wall-hanging calendar, and we take the artwork and we try to incorporate a theme, shall we say, for the month of January. You certainly are going to pick something that's a winter scene, and going along either with a seasonal picture or a holiday type that's going on in that month, and try to go with the artwork that goes with that. So since 2007, we have produced an annual calendar that uses those pieces of art that we've created throughout that one-year cycle. Yes, it's only 12 months, so only 12 actual photos we feature as the picture of the month, but we do a recognition pages towards the end of the calendar, where some of the other artwork or duplicate residents that have done more than one piece, we can still show off those pieces that they were able to create. And we sell these calendars. It's not a profit at all. We just sell them for what it costs us to make them, so that we're providing an opportunity for the families of, especially some that have 10, 11 daughters or children or whatever. We do have some large families that they all have a way of having a copy of mom's art. And we also produce an annual holiday card with one art choice that is chosen by our corporate office. And we have several samples of that one painting that is used. And last year, about 2,500 holiday cards were produced with that, featuring that one person's artwork. How it enriches our residents' lives, not just emotionally. There's also the therapeutic part behind the creating of the art, let alone the cognizant stimulation that it produces in trying to create the art, and the thought process of figuring out how they're going to do it. It's great dexterity therapy, the manipulation of just an art brush, and it's amazing the self-esteem and the accomplishment that they feel doing something, and especially the ones that never did art. They're like, oh, the only painting I ever did was painting a wall in the house, kind of a thing. And oh, I can't do that, I can't do that. And then as it progresses, and you see it's our class today, because I have that section I haven't finished yet. And knowing that there's that accomplishment at the end, and a smile.